again, there's this thing that is always I'm always curious about. I want to understand something about. Do you guys know about like evil spirit, as in spirit possessing somebody? Like there's this is always going on in Africa. Like they will say this person is possessed by a demonic spirit. Like um, in our area, they always say, this person have um, a water spirit. Like what is something that is directing this person is from the marine kingdom. This one is from like a forest spirit. Some of them, what they do is that they will just pills the spirit, call it, and then have something like they will try to make something out of it. Like some of them will start becoming a seer or just something related to that. Like they are serving this entity. So to me, when I uh, when I was a child, I was getting it. I used to believe that these things happen, but up to an extent, when I start growing up, I don't think they exist. So this there's this friend of mine. Um, always she was like a girlfriend. She was my girlfriend, and I introduced her to the NUUU, and she sing the NUUU. She's always sometime coming to Skype with me, listening to Duane. When Kelsey was around, she she always chats with Kelsey, Kelsey Lynn Brown, and they were kind of friends. So up to a point, she said what she's having in her dream, that these entities always come in to warn her, that they threaten her, that they are going to make life difficult for me since I want to take her away from them. They were kind of scared. They are making her become aware of what is taking place will make them lose their place in her life. So, but when she was telling me the dream experience, I didn't really want to believe that these things really exist. Please, I want you to throw more light to it, like make me understand if these things are possible. Because we ended up not being together because of this same reason. And I was always letting her know that if you're on this path, if you keep studying this path, those things will not be relevant to you. Why are you paying attention to what's come to disturb you? She was kind of, is it, you don't believe what I'm saying? It's like you're not taking it serious. So, but she noticed I was not paying attention to what she was really doing. She was kind of upset about it. And we ended up not being together due to that fact. Please, I want you to throw more light on it. Let me understand more how these things really work.
You know, in America here, we kind of treat the black magic and voodoo idea as kind of a joke or something you see on TV, and movies. It looks good, or kind of scary, but where you're at, it's more real. People are more closer to it. there's more agreement to it, so there's more openings for it to manifest. But here in America, it's since there's not a lot of agreement to it, they're influenced by other things like money and power and things like that. So it's basically the same thing, but you just have it in a different. It comes out differently for you. In Africa and other indigenous areas where people are closer to the other dimensions, you could say. So on a personal level, it's just whatever, there's always something that you don't agree to, and it's just a matter of how you're going to deal with it with each other. And if it doesn't work out, then you go on. There's always something better. And that's in itself is so cool. If you're in alignment with the new you, there's always something better that shows up. And you can see that with the bonds. With Duane's been working with the bonds and all that. And one deal doesn't go through, there's always something else that shows up. And you'll have the real guides working with you too. So that's another aspect. Is like they'll help you find somebody else that, if that's your intent, if you want a relationship or whatever it is, they'll help you to see, what's best for everybody involved. And you'll have the opportunity. Because you always get your heart's desire with this. You'll have to figure it out or be creative, but that's the cool thing here. Your heart's desire is always here. It's always available. It already is, you could say.
Val, this is Pete.
Yes.
I want to respond to Grayson one way that I had thoughts while he was talking was to use his creativity. And like you have situations where you're getting removed from certain contacts or available job positions and contracts. And okay, well, part of that is this motive probably to move into new territories and or work with other kinds of orientations of creating businesses or opportunities, which may or may not be financial and or may not seem like they're economically part of the package, but you have to look within the things, because it's funny how things can develop and opportunities and relations with others. And part of that is to be sharing it with them, this new you perspective, and or the real universal position, which is to work also with the larger framework of humanity and our areas, our nation, our peoples, and we may not really have this totally in our framework when we're discussing things or getting becoming aware of others and the people that have been in some ways sent to you as well, because you're giving them an opportunity that is much greater than probably what anyone else around you is sharing with them. That being the case, it might, sometimes you're talking to somebody who's having a certain challenge, and instead of just going over what the challenge is, you can also say, well, let's try this, and be creative in your response, and share a broader sense of something, or you introduce the new you to them or something like that, and some point of view of it. That is, could be, it doesn't have to be doing an exercise or anything. I'll just share one very easy, simple example that I've been doing with physical exercise, and the Tai Chi is a form of movement. And it's almost like it's a martial art, but it's not, because it's really just tuning into our natural exercise of exercising and moving the body just as it does naturally. It almost can come upon a person without even thinking about it. And if you have a couple of little bit of guides, or you're listening to that, that within you that has this naturalness, or the NUUU sense ability within yourself, that real awareness, the whole thing will be part of a package almost that you're starting to put together for yourself about how to deal with everything and how to be great. And different areas that you might be interested in are part of that, whatever it might be. In my case, it's music. And so just finishing up, I wrote a song the other day called Write a Song in 5 minutes. And what I did was I put down the recorder. I started to play a little bit, practice, whatever. Then I said, wait, it only took me 30 seconds. And I said, I've got something, I don't know what. And I'm going to put the recorder on now. And then I recorded the whole thing in 5 minutes with lyrics, with the words that were talking about how to write a song in 5 minutes. And different things like put your heart in it. It's natural, just let it flow. Listen to the sound and whatever. And it came together, boom, 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 just like that. And I go, wow, I'm astounded by it myself. But nonetheless, I know that all I'm doing is this tuning in, and it might be something in whatever field of interest anyone has, to apply that in some way so that it can be a demonstration and become a real position that others can actually see and recognize that they could do themselves, maybe in the field of work it is, or maybe it's more. They'll see that it's part of something much, much more. And that's it. I'm glad I got to share that with you, Grayson.